Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to a Little Buddy Cast. This week, everything that I've experienced and been spoken to about, as well as whatever meetings I've been to and stuff like that, literally every single one has been on resentment. And a lot of that is, I guess, just because I believe that it was something that I needed to hear, and it's been constantly brought up to me, you know. I have a lot of resentment. I grew up with a lot of resentment. Um, I'm starting to like get over some of that. Um, I have to because all it's going to do is consume me. Um, and I'm letting too many things take up space in my brain. And with that, it makes me angry, and then I get pissed off a lot faster. Like my fuse goes from like this to non-existent, and that's something that I really need to work on a regular basis, you know. And today, what I did was, this is something I have not done in such a long time. I literally sat on my sofa and did nothing but watch The Sopranos the entire day. I took a shower, I brushed my teeth, took my meds, made a sandwich, made stuff in the air fryer. I don't even know how I managed life without that thing at this point. It is incredible. Got some packages, unpacked those, did a little bit of light cleaning. I'm about to fold some laundry, put some stuff away. But otherwise, I just didn't leave my sofa today. Took a nap. It was what I really needed. You know, life isn't easy sometimes. You know, it's downright difficult, you know. But I believe that we're never given so much as we can't handle. And then when it comes to the point that we have a hard time handling it, we're given the hints of us to like ask for help. Like, wow, maybe this is a little bit too much. Maybe I need to like reach out to somebody and be like, hey, I need some help, you know. And that's something I struggle with on a regular basis. You know, I don't like to ask for help. I just continue to sweep things under the rug, under the rug, under the rug. And that's not healthy. You know, it's not mentally healthy. The only thing that's kept me so far in the game, to be completely honest, is the fact that I've really started to really enjoy exercise. I run and I go to the gym almost every day. Um, I talked to a friend of mine today, and we're getting on. He's going to help me find a therapist because he knows me very, very well. So he's going to help me find a therapist so I can start working on these things from the past. You know, that I've carried with me all these years. You know, and that have made me somewhat impossible in my romantic relationships to these great women I've dated, you know. And trust me, I'm not saying that it's all my fault. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that I could have been a better partner to them. I could have been a better significant other to them if I would have just stopped sweeping these things under the rug and been a little bit more honest about certain things, what was going on with me and how I feel. Instead, what I did was I swept them under the rug, and then I exploded, and it's just shrapnel, you know. And I'm not a very nice person when that happens, you know. I'm very difficult, you know. I have a lot of stuff that, even though by me saying this, will probably never get me a date for the rest of my life, but fuck it, man. It's about being honest, you know. It's about living an honest, righteous life. And that's something that I really try to do now, you know. And it's not that I wasn't honest before. I just wouldn't, well, I wouldn't say certain things. I wouldn't bring up certain things. I wouldn't tell certain things, you know? So I guess that's a form of dishonesty, and I'm just trying to justify it. But I mean, I didn't tell the full story, so I guess that's dishonesty, right? Okay. Now that we've gotten past that, um, but these are things that I need to like get better with, you know? I have great guys in my life, you know, and I'm have a couple more guys in my life. I was at a meeting a couple weeks ago, and this one guy picked up his anniversary chip that he's been clean a very, very long time. And I have never identified with somebody so much in one place in my life throughout this process, you know? Every word that he said, I completely identified with. And all the emotions he felt and what he explained and so on and so forth, like, it hit me so hard, but it also made me realize, wow, this guy's still around, and it's like, wow, I can do it too, you know? And it's like, I still have some work to do. I can be better, you know? And life isn't always easy, you know? But as we say in the rooms, we have to learn how to live life on life's terms, you know? And I'm still learning how to get better with that, you know? I'm trying not to get angry, because always my first reaction is anger. My first reaction is always anger. My first reaction is always, it's somebody else. When sometimes that's not the fucking case. That's my defense mechanism telling me it's okay that I said or did something like fucking stupid and out of pocket, you know? What gives me the right to do that to somebody else, when if I would just stop and pause for a second, and if I pause and see my place in things, wow, I have just as much place in this wrong as you do, right? It's fucking crazy, like, because when I'm in this like state of anger and I'm mad and I'm frustrated and I can't put together thoughts because I'm just like, my brain is just going, you know, like but when I stop and I take a breath, and sometimes I say that fucking serenity prayer, man, and it recenters me, you know? And it's just a constant work in progress. I'm a constant work in progress, you know? And this is the first weekend that I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to go anywhere. I didn't have to do anything. Nothing. Next weekend, I'm on tour. And I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be fun. Not next weekend, the weekend. Is it the weekend of the 1st? Whatever, 2 weeks away, whatever. That I'm really looking forward to. But not really, though, because I really love my home. I just want to find true happiness. I want to find true happiness. I want to find happiness in myself. Not a single person, not a single materialistic thing can actually give you true happiness. That has to come from yourself. And that's a very difficult place to find yourself. That's a very difficult place, and that's a very difficult thing to find. You can have 1 million people that have your back, you know, and you can be in a place, in a room that holds 1 million people, and you can know every single person in that room. And every single person in that room can tell you that they love you and they care about you. but you still feel completely alone. That's why I sit in the back places. That's why I don't, that's why I don't that's why I don't socialize as much as I probably should. But in my 27th to going into my 28th year of sobriety, I've made a, what are they called? I've made a resolution for myself, because for me, this is like my whole new year, like, and that's kind of the way I look at it. I'm going to try to be more social, and I'm going to try to be less of an asshole. And that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to be a little bit more social, maybe go out to dinner with a couple people every once in a while more often, and then instead of just like stay in my house and drink coffee and be alone, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but, or maybe I'll invite people over to drink coffee and have conversation. Those are things I can do as well. And the world is about being a better place, and the world is about being there for the people. Get out of self and be there for one another, and show each other that you love one another just because you're a human. You don't have to always like the person, but just show them a little bit of love, because you don't know what they're going through. Be kind. I would rather be known as being kind than being nice any day of the week. All right, everybody, love your people.